this LeBron is not dumb, bruh. He not gonna just be trying to cross up LeBron. I mean, Michael Jordan, like he said, no, he's gonna body Michael. I think Michael's gonna have a harder time trying to score on LeBron than LeBron scoring on Michael.
You're now tuning in to Unfiltered.
Caleb, we good? We're good. Is this not who you wanted to have on the podcast? The team said they wanted a street baller. They said, Chris, do you know any street ballers? They see me playing on these leagues. They're like, Chris, you don't know the street ballers? I'm like, I'm gonna bring you a street baller.
Oh my God.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is how we start another episode of Unfiltered FTL. So we have a very special guest today. I'm gonna let him introduce himself to you guys. But as you guys have heard, plays basketball, street baller, and he's actually known for the other things too. So go ahead and, this is your camera here. We got all these cameras, but go ahead and let them know who you are, what you go by, and then we'll kick it off from there, man.
Okay. I go by Hezi Plus 237, and I am a street baller. I hold that very, very dear because a lot of people forget what a street baller is. Like, I got cut from middle school, I got cut from high school, and I've never played college.
Damn, so
the highest level I probably played would be semi-pro.
Okay.
Not to say that I haven't gotten opportunity to play overseas, but due to personal reasons, I wasn't able to go. But I've gotten contracts from Spain, Mexico, and Australia.
Nice. It's true street baller here, man. I mean, because the typical path for everybody is play collegiate sports, right? Mm-hmm. You start even in middle school, pee-wee, middle school, high school, then you go to college, and then from there pro, right? Yeah. So, but then there's always that love of the game that a lot of us, there's a big pool of people that love to play basketball, and you have taken a different path in the way where you were able to get good at the game and play where a lot of us played on the streets, man. And so how is that even? How did that happen? Because and what pushed you to continue playing basketball? Because a lot of us that play street ball, we just play for fun. Yeah. But you are separate. You're in a different little group than most of us, like in the sense of skill. So how did you continue to develop yourself?
It's really just the love for the game. Mm-hmm. I've never lost the love for the game. I might have taken breaks, but I've always been playing and I've always been passionate and competitive. Yeah. So like, it's crazy. A lot of people that see me on the net, they say, "Oh, I didn't know you could do this. Oh, I didn't know you could do that." And probably at the times that they see me, I didn't. I just never stopped playing basketball. Yeah. That's just what it was. I never stopped playing, and it kind of helped me through a lot of things, man, mentally, you see what I'm saying? Physically, you see what I'm saying? So, I just, like, that's really, like, the only thing I can think of that was my only motivation is that I just kept playing. Yeah. I just kept playing. And I haven't always been a winner either at this sport. So like I took a lot of L's, and I try to tell people like, yo, losing isn't always a bad thing, because if you love the game like how I love it, like I'm always looking to learn. Mm-hmm. Like I'm always looking to get better in this game. So with me losing against anybody, I'm gonna keep playing. Yeah. I just gotta figure it out. I don't know what makes this sport so special to me that even when I'm losing, it's still, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's just still capturing. Yeah. Like, that's like,
it's captivating. Yeah. Now, I want to take it back. So I want you to take down a little memory lane, when you were, a little kid in New York, you grew up, right?
Yes.
So you're playing street ball. Would you consider yourself, and I think this is a really good question here, because a lot of us, anybody can pick up a ball and play, right? Mm-hmm. But especially when we're kids, there's some kids that are kind of like, I don't know, you could say born with that talent. Would you consider yourself that you kind of, you stood out from amongst most right off the rip, or did you have to develop skills as you kind of played ball?
Definitely had to develop skills. The game started actually from my dad putting the ball in my hands. And my dad don't even play basketball like that. His sport was cricket and soccer. He's from Jamaica.
Okay.
My mom's from Trinidad. And he put the ball in my hands, had me on the court, you know what I mean? And my dad's a Rastafarian, so like he'll have me on the court while he doing his own thing, smoking, vibing.
Yeah.
And, and I'll be at the court just shooting. But when I played with other kids, yeah, I definitely had to learn a lot. Like I said, I was a loser first. It's a lot of things I didn't know until I kept playing.
Yeah.
And I just got better. And getting better is a mindset. I guess because with street ball, I was comfortable. And when you play outside, you're your own man.
Yep.
It's different from when you play on a team, you got the coach to answer to, then you got teammates you have to work with, which is not too different from when you playing outside, you still got to work with your teammates. But it's like more so as a job when you're playing underneath the whistle versus when you're playing outside. Yep. A lot of people have different reasons for why they play outside. A lot of people have similar reasons for why they play underneath the whistle. Me, I guess it's a little bit of both when I'm playing outside, because I've always, for example, my kryptonite, and as far as like where I'm not comfortable on a team, is where my teammates have an issue with what I'm doing.
Okay.
So, with that being said, like I've always had in the back of my mind caring about what the next man, think. Like as you progress and you build confidence in yourself, that lessens. But that's what I had to go through first mentally, because like I said, I've always been passionate and competitive, playing to win.
No, 100%. And for the ones that and I'll share a little knowledge from me. When you play outside in the street in basketball, right, in the park, specifically in New York, that's where I grew up too. You pretty much, you're not just putting on not a show, but you're pretty much putting on your skill sets in front of the team that you're picked up or the team that you have next with, but also everybody around you. Why? Because basketball is a hot sport. When I grew up, same with you, that like if you don't get next, you're going to be waiting a long time. And the next time you come there, you want them to pick you up. If not, you're going to be that kid that you have to always prove like, or you got to wait the line and you're not going to get picked up because they think you suck or whatever. And I've been there and it's like, damn, this sucks. I'm waiting like 30 downs. Yeah. Like in New York, here in Florida, they do things a lot differently. But in New York, like you will have a down and you don't pick up the next 5. You can pick up people that just lost. So then you're like, damn, there's like 30 downs. You're like, what the heck? So you really got to prove yourself like, yo, you want to pick me for whatever reason to play, in the game. So that way, you're able to continue playing. Hence, you don't lose your time. So that's definitely something different. And we'll discuss that a little bit later, how New York and Florida have combined, because, Florida's becoming New York now.
Yeah. and it's funny you brought that up, because I was, really going to chime in and say it's really no different from Florida and even North Carolina. Like it's like, even for me, like growing up in Brooklyn, that's what I had to go through. But when I moved, it was like a reset. You see what I'm saying? Because, after I done show who I am, okay, guys, give me the credit. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, let's go with this guy. Boom, I had to move and go to North Carolina. Don't nobody know this guy. So it's like, reset again. Move to Florida, reset again. Like I just recently had to go through that here since I just moved here. And I've been playing, so it's this park, Sunrise Athletic Complex.
I think it's called SAC.
SAC, yes, correct. Shout out to Ian Brown. He goes out there and records every weekend in the mornings. And bro, it's not like people don't know me and people don't know what I do already. But these guys already have a set mind on who they want to play with. and they come on time every morning and have their team ready. When I come out there, I have to wait like 5 to 6, and out of everybody, and I'm not trying to offend nobody, but I really do this. Like, and you would think because I really do this, they see me on the net, they would just pick me up. Nah,
you gotta wait. You gotta wait. Yeah.
Right. So like just recently, like I've started to get picked up. I've started to make my, my name if I haven't already. So.
No, that's what's up. Hey, now speaking of your name, where did the name Hezi Plus come from? How was that born?
So originally E Plus is my stage rap name that was given for me from my big bro. You know, I was I was into a lot of mess back in my day, and my name was given from that. And Hezi, putting the Hezi in front of it was from Hezi family. Like we had a conference call about that because the CEO was saying maybe I shouldn't have
the CEO of Hezi family?
Yeah, because it's been a while back since I got this name, so I want to be on point about how.
Or maybe explain the Hezi. What is the Hezi family?
So Hezi family is basically just a group of guys that have been hooping for a minute. You see what I'm saying, with each other. We got DeJuan Harris, the point guard. We got Sasho Monk, Sasho Hezi. We got Air Hezi. We got Coach Hezi. We got Hezi Rev. The CEO is AKA Hezi. Of course, everybody knows the most popular one, Hezi God. Mm-hmm. It's actually a list.
Is it all here in Florida or is it everywhere?
No, it originated in Charlotte.
Okay.
So I became part of the Hezi fam when I started making basketball content serious. So when we made that phone call for the conference call, I told them, I forgot who like really gave the green light, but it was me, Hezi God, Coach Hezi, and AKA Hezi on this conference call. And I told them I didn't want to be Hezi Plus if it would have made Hezi God uncomfortable,
Got it.
And everybody knows this government, Ryan Carter. He is someone I hooped with for a long time, even before he blew up. Going back to what I was telling you earlier, how I used to do music. Yeah, me and him was supposed to even do a track because he did music back in the day as well.
You're doing collabs before collabs became popular,
right? So but he really took off with this, b-ball contest. So when the money coming in from one direction, that's the direction you're gonna go to. Yeah. So it made sense. So but yeah, I told him I told them that I didn't want Hezi Plus unless Hezi God was comfortable. So he said, yeah, we was on the conference call. He said, yeah, I don't mind this, that, and the third. And I guess it was just like at the time that we was on this conference call, like it wasn't really that big of a deal because he's popping at this point. Yeah. I think like he's already popping at this point. So for me to have that name, Hezi Plus, like, I don't want to say this was his thinking, but this is what I assume. I just feel like, they ain't gonna be Hezi God. You see what I'm saying? But pushing this name, and a lot of people thought that was gonna be an issue for me, but as you can see, it hasn't. And I just been true to myself, man. I really, really look at myself as a street ball guru. Yeah. I don't. I still want to be looked at as somebody that's competitive in this game, of course. But at the same time, someone that's not a sore loser. Yeah. Like, I want to embrace other street ball. Because, bro, you don't know how many guys that, want this dream of going to the NBA or just being in the spotlight like Hezi God. They want this, but they don't really want to put the work in behind it. Yeah. It's not easy. Yeah. It's not easy at all.
No, 100%. I do want to touch base that, because right now, like you said, everybody, the goal is NBA. That's always been everybody. I mean, when I grew up, it's like you want to make it NFL, NBA, you want to go to one of those professional sports. But now there's a lot more opportunities.
Yeah.
Now you have pro, semi-pro, overseas, all this stuff. And then on top of that, the one that kind of opened up the doors that you don't even need to have a team in front of you is you representing and building a brand to yourself on social media and online. And then that's when like a lot of these street ballers started kind of taking a page from like the N1 project and all that when that was going on with the tapes. And we had to buy those tapes, you know, to watch it, or there was no YouTube back in the days, right? You want to watch the highlights and all that. And I was like, oh, Escalade and Hot Sauce are so cool. And then, you know, eventually now it's like you guys can film yourself, have somebody record you, post it up, and it can go viral. Yeah. Now your name, you're known now. You're like, damn, now you're open to sponsorships, you're open to this, projects, all that. So how do you feel the fact that social media, this is where we get a little into marketing, how social media has impacted you and your brand? Like, has it helped you in the sense of building your name?
Yeah, big time. I had 2 viral clips on my page to like really bring a lot of traction. So one thing I know for sure about social media, it can help you benefit from what you're putting out. So like what I've been putting out, people has been reaching out to me and wanting to show interest, whether if it's me wanting to train them or who does the content for my videos, or just like, oh, simple as how do you do the Hezi, or you know, the connections or the relations to the people they see on my content. So like, yeah, I've benefited big time from this, and you know, I just thank God for that. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, I do have a question from the Unfiltered team. They were asking me, we might know the answer, but what is your go-to move?
Let me take a sip on that. Well, the Hezi.
There you have it.
It's as simple as that.
There you have it. I think we were right on that one.
Yeah, the go-to move is the Hezi.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think you have a video on YouTube explaining how to do the Hezi.
Yeah, a little slight tutorial. With Hezi ball. Yeah, the little cartoon ball that I've been doing. So
yeah, you brought. I want to bring that up later, but where did that come from? Who is Hezi Ball? How was it born? Because I'm not gonna lie, everybody in the team were like, "Yo, this is dope." We were like, "This is dope." Hence why I brought the ball right there. I was trying to get. I was like, I wonder if he's gonna peep that. And we're gonna put a Hezi Ball right there to appear on this podcast. So you know, once we talk about it, we'll go ahead and put it on there. But yeah, explain to us what is Hezi Ball and how's that project start? What made you want to start that?
Actually, it was started. It actually was my homeboy idea.
Okay.
And he brought it to my attention, and I thought it was a great idea. But I told this man, I said, if we gonna do this, we have to show consistency.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? And as you can see, we had a little run, and now we stopped. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, we still have videos we haven't even put out, but you know, a friend of mine's been you know, going through some things. He just had a baby. We still talking about, you know, revamping Hezi Ball. I actually had something that I was supposed to post, and it looks like Hezi Ball growing up a little bit.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So we still got some.
I think it's
videos.
great.
Yeah.
We all saw it, and then I died when I saw you guys also had the pump.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yo, this is great. I was like, this is not only comical, but the fact this is entertainment right here.
Yeah.
And the topics that you're talking about are really relevant. So I was just like, yo, this is dope.
Yeah. So Hezi Ball, he ain't dead.
He's on vacation. He's on vacation.
Right now, I'm just you know, focused on what I can control at the moment.
Yeah.
And you know, like I said, me and my homeboy, we got big plans for Hezi Ball, so it's like, just gotta stay tuned, you know?
Nice. You heard that here first. Now, recently you were able to play on an NBA basketball court, no?
Yes, the Miami Heat.
How was that? What was that opportunity about?
So it's funny you brought that up. Fort Lauderdale Beach Ballers, we're supporting a court at Fort Lauderdale Beach that they plan to change.
Were they trying pickleball?
Yeah. Yeah, and
Bro, that's crazy, man.
yeah.
That's,
So I try to make time to go to
Yeah.
that court and make some content as much as possible just to
Yeah.
like keep the court alive. And the Fort Lauderdale Beach ballers, they're there consistently, and they was one of, I don't know like exactly the guy who owned the actual IG, but they invited me out to the arena to play because of me showing them the support, and I thought that was big, and I was very, very grateful of that. It was my first NBA court I've ever played on.
It's different, bro. I mean,
Man, it's like what you don't know until you know.
Did the court feel bigger for you?
That's the crazy part. I thought it was gonna be a lot bigger than what was in my head.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that. It wasn't that.
You
huge.
felt, you were like,
but it's different. It's different.
I went to a Miami Heat game a while ago, and they did this thing like you can pay a little extra and you could shoot a free throw after the game. So I was like, all right, bet, we go in there, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. I'm shooting on the court. Man, that free throw felt like forever, bro. I'm like, yo, what the heck?
What?
I was like, and you only get one shot, and I was like, this is crazy. I was like, hey, man. I was like, this is crazy. So, but no, I mean, it's just being there. You see everything. I'm like, oh, this is a different. And it was empty. I was like, this is different, bro. I was like, this is tough. I mean, I give it up to the professional players because they got that noise at all times. Booing, cheering, and that's a whole different level.
Now that's what separates that court from every other court, like NBA courts, pro courts, college courts. Just courts where you can pack the arena. That separates everything because I think that's what makes the difference.
Yep.
Of the crowd. When I got on that court, it was an amazing feeling because it was my first time being on the NBA court.
Yep.
But as I started to play on it, it just seemed regular. It just seemed regular. I just know the feeling would be different if I was playing at a time where people were in these seats. You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking at this arena. I'm like, yo, this arena is big. And it's just surrounded this court. You see what I'm saying? So I got on that court. The only thing that I was really impressed by that I know, when you got expectations for the NBA court, it's gonna be high.
Yeah.
The floor, bro. The floor, like, so you know how some people might not have good sneakers for traction. It don't matter what shoes you have on. I don't think it matters. Like, you can wear church shoes and you still be straight to play on that court. Like, that court was that perfect. The rims, it's like after every ball session, you got somebody doing maintenance on that court.
Yep.
Like, it's royalty. It felt like royalty.
Nah, that's what's up, man. No, that's cool. Now, speaking of NBA, have you ever had the opportunity to play with any like ex-NBA or current NBA players for any charity event or anything like that? That you can name drop here,
I ain't gonna lie, man. And this is probably sad on my part, but I've had the pleasure of playing with a lot of named basketball players, but I didn't even know them. So I'm not an NBA buff. Like, I'm not really solely into every player that plays in the league. It's just like, if you a superstar and you stand out, okay, So there's a lot of players I had the pleasure of playing with. I had the pleasure of playing with, and these are the guys I know. You know what I mean? The other guys that I play with, no disrespect, everybody could hoop, da 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 da. But I had the pleasure of playing with Anthony Morrow. He played for OKC. Flip Murray. I remember him used to playing for Detroit. PJ Tucker.
Okay.
I had a run with him at Boys and Girls in Raleigh. John Wall. One of my famous matchups, actually, because I played against him at Starlight League.
Okay.
That was in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I always bring this story up because I try to tell people every time they bring it up, they be like, yo, he dunked on you. So the first play, before the play, he got the dunk. I felt like I had got a steal off of him. But the ref called reaching foul. And then the very next play, he didn't let her. He went straight at me again.
Oh,
boom! This time,
man.
instead of just doing the crossover, he just blew right by me. Took off. Bang.
Would you would you say that's the most disrespectful play that's happened to you?
Nah. The most disrespected play that happened to me hasn't even happened to me by a pro. It was someone who played in the street. You know what I mean?
Was it a crossover? Was it a dunk?
No, it was a crossover. Yeah, so that's what I fear the most. But I've had it happen to me twice. I got dropped in middle school at recess, and then I got dropped in North Carolina. What was this city? Clayton? I think it's Clayton. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was this young man that had that thing on a string, man, and really legit dropped me. My thing is like, we feel embarrassed by things like that. You know, nobody wants to be put on a poster or nothing.
Yeah.
Me personally, you dunk on me, it doesn't bother me at all because I can't dunk anyway. So it's like, you get a dunk on me, so what? Like I compete, but when you drop me, it's like
whoa, it's just
Imagine, I've been playing this game for a long time. I'm 30. I've been playing this game for a long time, and I've only been dropped twice. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. I mean, because that's a misconception that everybody, and it's because of the media. Like for example, nobody could ever dunk on LeBron James, but look what's happened recently. There's people dunking on him now. It's the fact that there's one. I think the game has elevated in a way where it's a lot faster now. Absolutely. And it's very athletic. So even the big men now, they're all running fast. Back in the days, you got to have a Shaq style guy. Now there's not that many big men like him. Now the big guys are all leaner and they're dunking, they're shooting threes. You're like, this is not even fair. You have a Steph Curry that's 7 foot. What the heck? So I mean, Wembanyama, what is that? That's crazy, bro. Like
that's an alien.
That's nuts. Like I saw him yesterday. He was falling down and was still able to block the shot. I'm like, bro, what are you supposed to do, bro? Like, what are you supposed to do there? So at the end of the day, you are gonna. I think it might not be seen now. If it is seen on camera, it's gonna go viral. Like anybody famous, if they get dropped, or like for example, we have a guy here locally, Brandon Knight. He's local. He's from here. He went to high school at Pinecrest. I used to play with him when he was a little kid, and he's a little bit younger than me. And his dad used to always be around the Cold Springs gym. And me and my boys used to be playing. His dad's like, hey, can he run with you? And we're like, this little kid, man, what the heck? He's like, trust me, he's good. And I'm trying to get him to play with bigger guys and all that. So that way he gets used to it. Come to find out, the man made it to the NBA. I'm like, this is crazy. And then I know him as a skill. I know him as the guy from Detroit that he did really good. Some others know him from the DeAndre Jordan dunk. DeAndre Jordan did that nasty dunk. Poor guy was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And, he's a point guard. DeAndre Jordan's a monster. And it's like, what are you going to do, bro? Like, he's a wall coming at you. But yeah, so, I mean, things like that, that clip goes viral. Now he's known for that. Yeah. But the guy can, bro.
He can hoop.
That thing is crazy. So I do want to do something that we haven't done on Unfiltered yet. And I've been saving this for when we had somebody when it came to hoops and stuff like that. But I'm going to go ahead and put some NBA matchups up here. Oh. And I want you to tell me who would win in a one-on-one competition, all right? We're going to go strictly NBA on this, and then we're going to switch it up to another topic. So,
okay.
Go ahead, Kayla. Who we got first? So we got the one and only Kobe Bean Bryant.
Oh, I don't even need to know who's going to be his matchup.
Oh!
They lost.
Who we got over here? Show me. Steph Curry.
They lost. He lost. And I love Curry. I'm sorry, Curry. You're my guy.
So there you have it.
Kobe Bean Bryant.
Got Kobe. Can't go wrong. I don't blame you on that one.
Kobe Bean.
Let's go for another one. Bill Russell versus Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah. I mean, why y'all got him on the Suns, man? Like, now you got me. Now you got
all-time Shaq. We'll put the Lakers one on there. But
okay. Yeah. When you put the Lakers, Shaq D's. We gotta go. I'm sorry, Bill. You got a lot of rings.
If you really want the OG Shaq, Orlando Shaq, because he didn't get the rings, but he was nasty.
Oh, yeah, by far. But Lakers Shaq.
Yeah, that was when his prime. Yeah,
because he was actually using IQ.
Correct.
You know what I mean? He was a lot smarter and then knew his dominance. But if he would have kept his shape like Orlando, oh my God. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So we got Shaq. John Morant.
John Morant.
Versus
Who you got?
Shy. Mr. MVP right now.
Now, I'm not going to hold you. A lot of people would just jump the gun and say Shy. I feel a lot of people would just jump the gun and say Shy. But
because their games are similar.
Their games are not that similar. No. He's more surgical when he, because he like he know.
Yeah.
But I feel like Ja is reading, reacting. Like he just he got somewhere to go. But if you try to beat him to that spot, he's gonna go like.
And remember, this is 1-on-1 because when you talk about teams, that's a different thing.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what people. I don't want you guys to get confused.
Yeah.
Teams, the better team right now, OKC champs. Cool. But 1-on-1 now, that's a different thing. Because if he was on that team, that might be a different story.
Yes.
So, because I think these guys, I mean, they're the future of the NBA. I mean, this is the young blood that's now starting to show the colors. LeBron James' time is about to be over and all that.
Yes.
Biggest shadow of the NBA. I mean, I'm be honest, it's gonna take years by the time he even is retired. His name's still gonna be on ESPN every day.
I'm not betting money on. I'm not betting money on this game, but I'm gonna go with Shy.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Shy.
Go with Shy. I think this will be a good matchup. Let's take a little old school. We got Dennis Rodman. And Draymond Green.
Oh, hell.
And this comparison has been going on for a little bit. He calls himself the Dennis of today's game. That's what he's been saying.
I give him that. I give him that.
Because he is a disruptor. You don't want to play against. I mean, it's kind of like a Joakim Noah. You know, it's like, damn, good if he's on your team and bad if he's not. So
I ain't gonna lie. I might have to go with Draymond.
Really?
He's more polished offensively than Dennis. Like Dennis is gonna play great defense.
Defense for sure.
It's gonna be a tough game, but like at the same time, like Draymond no slack on defense either. But Rodman doesn't really have the official tools.
Yeah.
Draymond does.
This
might be a long ass 1v1 to be honest. But I see Draymond.
I think this will be a physical game for sure.
It's gonna be a physical game.
For sure.
A lot of fouling. A lot of shit talking.
Yep, 100%.
You know what I mean? But I think Draymond comes on top because he just has a better offensive game.
100%. We still got one more for this one.
Let's go ahead. This is dope. Oh, the GOAT.
Just go ahead and put the next one. We know who it is.
Oh,
what do we got here? This is everybody's most controversial thing: LeBron versus Jordan. And everybody has their opinions and they have their way of looking at it, right? But we're going straight 1v1. Forget about the stats and everything.
Yeah.
If they were to actually play in their prime, who will win that game?
So I just seen this quote and I actually agree with it. I like it a lot. Michael Jordan is the greatest of all times. LeBron James is the best of all times.
Whoa.
And when I first heard it, it didn't make sense. But when you keep saying it, you keep looking at these two, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
LeBron longevity can't be compared.
That's the word that would always be with him is longevity.
Longevity.
Like whenever they do his movie about it, whatever documentary, it should be called longevity because that is his secret power. The fact that he hasn't had major injuries. 23 years now, and he's still at that's crazy, bro.
It's never been done.
Like the guy, honestly, got to be a robot or something. Like, I mean, I don't get it. Bro. Jordan has been injured. He's lost. I mean, he's missed a season at one point where his leg and all stuff. So, but the fact, I mean, we just know him. His prime is just stupid too. It's probably the best prime we've ever had.
That's what I'm saying. Like Michael Jordan has accomplished things that no player has.
If he would, I mean, because a lot of people forget. I mean, he's been to the finals almost 8 times, right?
Yeah.
If he would have had those 6, 7 rings, I think the conversation was like, all right, this guy got it. But I think even then, even if he would have had 10 rings, these rings were just, I think, heavier in the sense of like how he got them versus the matchups. Because it was a different era too.
You can't, and you know what? I hate talking about the ring game because you can't completely blame LeBron.
But the game has also changed too. And the players like that are like the 6th best player on each team could be the best player back in the day because the game is sped up. Yeah. You know, I mean, think about when LeBron came to the Heat. What's the first thing he did? He lost weight.
Right.
So that way he can get faster and everything.
But
well, in your opinion, which one would you say is your 1v1 matchup?
So y'all saying, all right, so y'all saying we're
1v1.
taking prime Michael Jordan.
Yep, prime and prime.
Prime and prime.
Would you say prime LeBron is Cavs?
That's
or,
you see how you did that?
Because,
yeah, I'm glad you did that.
Because a lot of people will say Heat because of the rings, but
I'm not gonna hold you though. Like, damn, Laker LeBron is a different type of prime.
It is too, yes.
But
he's definitely more of an IQ at that point.
I got LeBron. I'm still holding LeBron that came back to Cleveland as the best LeBron. But Laker LeBron is different from that. That's like the Cav I like, the LeBron Cavs I like, and the LeBron now is like Kobe 8 and Kobe 24, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And which, damn. I don't think
you can also go tie.
I don't want to go tie. That's whack. That's whack.
We'll have part 2. No.
That's whack. All right, just not to spend so much time on this though, but damn, I think Michael could be my favorite prime LeBron Cavs, but I think early Laker LeBron could beat Michael Jordan prime. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just that's what's going through my head. I think. Because Laker LeBron he going really, really think to beat Michael.
Yep. I think he will be more physical.
Yes.
He's going to outsmart you in a way where he's like, all right, I can't bully him because of the weight. But he's going to outshoot the hell out of him.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see this, I don't see Michael outsmarting Laker LeBron, but I can see him outsmarting Cav LeBron. Yep. And they both different type of primes. Yep. So,
yeah.
Damn, 1v1. I don't know why I did this to me. All right. So, damn.
MJ or LBJ?
Yo, y'all hear me out, bro. I gotta go with LeBron. Laker LeBron against prime Michael Jordan, 1v1. We not talking about team. We talking about 1v1. And he's 6'8". Jordan is 6'6". This LeBron is not dumb, bruh. He not going to just be trying to cross up Michael Jordan like he said. No, he's going to body Michael. I think Michael's going to have a harder time trying to score on LeBron than LeBron scoring on Michael. Nah, I'm going with this. I know people going to hate me, but
LeBron it is.
LeBron on this 1v1.
All right. Well,
if it was Kobe up there, I think Kobe would beat LeBron.
Yes.
I know that sounds crazy too.
Well, to me, I think Kobe is the deadliest 1v1 player. A lot of people don't know, but he loves to play 1v1.
Definitely.
And that's where Black Mamba, if anything, came from. It wasn't from the NBA type of style. A lot of people have talked about it in some different types of documentaries, like, don't ever play this guy for money on 1v1. He will beat you every time. And Kobe was like, he was an assassin, like, when it came to 1v1s. You're like, what? So, but yeah, that's crazy. This is the last one for the NBA, right? Yes, it is. We're going to go to a different segment. We're going to go street ball matchups. So we're going to go ahead and go street ball matchups.
Oh, yeah.
No holds bar.
Oh!
The one and only Ant
Big
One.
bro.
Before you go on who he's facing, I think you guys have been doing some collabs recently, on some stuff. So you want to talk about that a little bit? Or you guys been appearing on some videos, on some of his, even his events that he's been doing? Yeah,
that's big bro. It's crazy how I met this dude. Because I was a fan first.
Yeah.
Like, I literally seen him on the internet first before I met him in real life. And I became a fan of his content. I mean, if you're familiar with it, man, this dude is like a TV channel. It's like his IG is literally a TV channel.
Yeah.
And you never know what to expect with the content he bring out, even though it's always going to be basketball. But it's like a different show, different episode. His interaction with the people, or what he might do, or who he might embrace in his content. That's what made me a fan. And when I got to meet the dude, like, just real. Yeah. Just real. Like, it wasn't hard to approach him. You know what I mean? Cool dude from New York. You feel me? He gritty, like, don't nobody want to be around nobody that's on some hidden agenda BS type, you know what I mean? So And we just connected real fast, bro. You know, we was in similar situations, so we was able to relate to a lot of things.
No, that's what's up, man. I mean, same thing. I mean, for me, I met him online. Obviously, the I'm 40 was a famous tagline. But what I loved about it and what made me follow him was the fact that, you know, it wasn't just about him just doing highlights. And also, if you notice, sometimes he wasn't just playing with like some of these other creators where it had to be the best of the best. He was playing with kids.
Yeah.
And I love that. I was like, this is dope. And he will encourage them, shoot that shot. And he'll still talk shit and do this. And then the fact that like now recently I've been seeing he's been doing like these events for the community and giving shoes out, buying. Bro, I think that's dope as hell, bro. I think I think the basketball community, as much as we talk shit, because we talk shit, whether it's a league, whether it's a street ball, whatever it is, once you're outside those lines, you know, it's got to be all respect. Some people don't understand that, and you know that's why we don't play with you no more, bro. You take it too serious. Like life off the court, you know, it's different. But like here, man, the fact that like I've seen it in other projects where somebody says like I'll get a group chat, hey man, we donating for kids in Jamaica, we donating this, you got any shoes, whatever. Everybody, yo, here you go. And it's funny because some of us were in bad situations. Like I don't, you know what? But because it's for basketball, bro, hopefully this can help somebody else. You know, so that's pretty dope. The fact that like he's kind of doing that stuff, and then I seen you part of that too. So
I love my brother for that because you know, when I talk with him and he comes to me about these plans before they manifest, that's his little brand too. Also, he's real genuine about this shit. Like it's no, like I've been around big time, you know, content creators and they have gimmicks. It's no gimmick with him, and everything he does is genuine, and it's no surprise why the kids love him. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted. He could be an a-hole sometimes on the court, but like as far as like him wanting to give back, that's real, bro. He has a big heart. He does.
All right, so who we got? Who he's playing against?
Bone Collector. You know what's crazy? I rock with Bone Collector too. Yeah.
Tell me.
I just recently did a 3v3 tournament for him in Raleigh.
Okay.
One of my homeboys, top dudes on the internet space in Raleigh, 919 Bandana.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. Oh man, y'all look him up. He's tearing up the scene for real with the little 360 lay. Yeah, my man got game. So like, I've been hooping with him. I mean,
personally, I think this would be a good matchup.
Good matchup?
Like for them to actually go 1v1, I think it's kind of fair. I don't know. What do you think? Just seeing where, because I know there's a couple different types of Bone Collector. There's the younger version, and then there's the one. So So
I'm gonna keep it a band. So when I did the 3v3. Who a Bone Collector, and that was the last time I seen him in person. He didn't look like he was in too much of good shape.
Yeah.
So me just judging off of that, because he didn't play, of course, and I ain't see him play, so you never could judge the book by its cover. But just compared to the young Bone Collector, right?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I gotta go with what I know right now.
Yeah. That's how it should be now.
Right now. And 40, people could say what they want about him on defense, but he's very hard to check.
Yeah.
So like if he's putting the ball in the hoop more than you,
that's what it. Hey.
Yeah. So like I'm gonna go with 40.
And if you guys don't know, please look him up. He be doing some crazy shit. He'll be bouncing the ball from the 3-point line and shooting, bro. And he'll go in. Sometimes I'll be like, "Where's the magnet?" Because that man got a magnet on that hoop, bro. What's going on, bro?
So you gotta understand too. Like we're from New York, where you can't do that if you ain't about that. Because if you do that and you ain't about that, we gonna beat on your ass. Like we not going. Yo, what is you doing, bro? Like, but when 100%. Ant do it, we don't say nothing. Cause it's done.
100%.
They do it, and he does it at the highest level. Like it's, bro.
So we're giving it up to Ant.
Yeah, I got.
Let's go to the next one.
Yo, Bone Collector, you my guy. I swear, you my guy. But I gotta
shout out Bone Collector.
Bro. Oh, hooligan.
Chris White. Woo. Versus Messiah.
Seriously, who did this matchup?
With the team, our team.
This is This
Our
is
team.
genius.
Our team. We do research. It's not guys, not just me. I'm filtering. I mean, you guys seen us on the episodes. So we do our research, and we want to make it something where it's fair. We want to put him versus a point guard. Like that made no sense.
Yo,
even though he does play matchups like that, but
now I will give
I think this will be definitely a shit talking matchup, bro. There's gonna be a lot of talking in this matchup for sure.
I'm not gonna hold you though. Chris White got better.
Oh, he has. And he's developed a shot too. Because he used to always just be in the post and the baby, the cradle, and everything. Masai's he's gonna get you in the post for sure.
I would say, without a doubt, I'm not even thinking about this shit. Masai is beating Chris White. The beginning Chris White.
Okay.
This Chris White will make this a game. This is a game. This is a good game. Nah, seriously, we need to see this matchup.
Yeah.
This is a good matchup.
And we're going to tag both of them. So, Chris, you see this, Masai, you see this. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. And, Messiah or Chris. Damn, bro, y'all good. I played against Messiah, and he was very, very tough.
I mean, just in the videos, I feel like I got bruises after watching the videos.
That's another thing too. That was one of the games I didn't even get recorded, but I just have.
Did you play him in New York?
Yeah, I played him in New York. I played him at West 4th, but we didn't have the game recorded. I just have the after after I played, because I was so impressed by how intense that game was. Like, you watch content and you look at him and you see him just bullying and you like, oh, that's some BS. He ain't gonna this old man got some strength.
Now who won that matchup? You guys?
No, I beat him.
Okay.
But it was the fact that how hard I had to try to beat him. Like, and then he had played, I don't know if y'all familiar with God the Fat Boy. Mm-hmm. He had played him right before he played me.
Dang.
So now it had me thinking, like, what if I would have played him first? Would he be you know what I mean? So it's like,
that's crazy. Yeah.
Messiah's tough. He's not no slack. Y'all watching that content because you see him bully. Yeah, that's content. He take that. But like, for real though, Chris, I don't know, bro. This might be my first tie. I'm gonna leave on a tie.
Let's do a tie.
This will
be it. This will be a tie.
I know I said that was right.
Let's go to the next one.
Julian Newman.
Julian Newman versus his sister, Jada Newman. Because she balls too. I don't know if she's still balling, but whoever's watched their documentary and their kind of upbringing, Mr. Prodigy as a kid, fortunately, I think personally, height didn't help him as much, and then physicality didn't, because the guy was nice when he was a little kid, and then he grew up and it's like his body didn't continue expanding. Because if he would be 6'6", something like that, I mean, I think that'll be a different story. But what would you say one-on-one?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not familiar with his sister.
She got a shot.
She got
a shot, bro. She'll even like with nails and everything, she's nice.
But Julian
got a shot.
Julian reminds me of Gio Wise.
Okay. Yes, which they play together too. So yes.
But yeah, I'm gonna easily take Julian on this one.
Okay.
I just cause.
Yeah.
All right,
that was easy. Boom. There you go. Hot sauce versus the professor. And there's different professors too, so you got to pick which one. Because professor's still popping off on content and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
And I mean, prime hot sauce and prime professor, which, for the ones that don't know, professor, when they did they were looking for the next guy to join the N1 team, he was the one that won. And went on there, and people were like, "Nah, he's not gonna make it," and he did. But this is
a tough one. And I'm gonna tell you why. Like, I like Professor, and I like hot sauce. But the truth of the matter is, I haven't always been a fan of hot sauce. Like, I definitely I was definitely around for his aura when he was popping.
They branded the hell out of him.
Man, like
you knew him. Before you knew all the other guys. It was his name.
I was matter of fact, not around. I was in it when he was hot. I remember him being hot. Yeah. But even then, like I wasn't the biggest hot sauce fan. Yeah. I was a Skip to Malou fan.
Yeah.
And the reason why I like Skip so much, as far as like him being a street ball legend and him playing in the league, the simple fact that everything he did was legal.
Yeah.
Like he never did anything that was crazy that you could call. Yeah. That's why I wasn't a big fan of hot sauce, but I wasn't no hater either because the moves were stylish, but it's like, I can't mimic these moves underneath the whistle.
It was entertainment at that point. Yeah, almost Harlem Globetrotters in a way, yeah.
But 1v1,
he does a lot of 1v1s till this day. He still does in Venice Beach. He goes out and he be playing some tough matchups.
Hot Sauce just popped outside not too long ago too.
Yeah.
If I'm not too long,
I think so too.
Mistaken with Frieger.
Yeah, yep.
So damn. I gotta go with the guy that has the basketball in his hands, you know, at this point. You know, Professor is more active.
Professor.
So I'm gonna go with Professor.
All right, Professor. Hey, next time.
Hot Sauce is my guy though.
Hezi Plus.
Now let me tell you something. Let me tell you something with this one right here. He's already got me.
Have you guys ever played?
Yeah, we played. Yeah, we played, and he got me on my first shot. So I really, I'm not trying to clickbait or nothing. This is just me being genuine. This is how I really, really feel. You know what I mean? I love Hezi God. We got great history. That's the bro. You see what I'm saying? Our first 1v1 is crazy. The whole story behind that, I didn't even know I was going to play him. I was originally supposed to play someone else.
Okay.
But they didn't, I guess they couldn't show up or whatever the case might be. So he ended up being like the surprise player. So I didn't know who I was playing until he actually arrived. Boom, find out it's him. We laughing, giggling, chopping it up. Day of the game. We in the Tesla. He rolling up. And he like, yeah, bro, this finna be a movie. You feel me? Yeah, we finna show out, this, that, or that. I was like, yeah, bro, it's about time, bro. I'm excited, you know?
Yeah.
We ain't going back and forth. Now we smoking. And honestly, I'm not a big smoker.
Yeah.
Well, at least I'm not a smoker like Hezi God.
Yeah.
That man smoked for real. Like, he smoked for real. So we smoking. He done rolled up one. He's like, yeah, yo, you good? Everything, we about to turn up, That's one split.
Yeah.
He's rolling up again.
This is before playing.
Before playing, bro. Before playing, he's rolling up again.
Yo.
And I'm smoking because I'm like, I'm not. All right, so I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big smoker like him.
Yeah.
But it was like, I couldn't say no.
It's like he's doing.
Like I
ain't no bitch. Like I'll do it. Like exactly it's like
I ain't no bitch.
It's like all right, let's go, let's go. You know,
I'm getting high, and I don't. And trust me, I'm by all means, I'm not trying to blame this on me taking my L.
Yeah.
The L is an L, but bruh got me high.
That threw you off already.
Nigga, so boom, I'm high as a kite.
Double rim.
Yeah, I'm high as a kite, and you know, boom, it's our time to play. So I'm, you know, right before we actually have to check up, I'm in my head like,
yeah.
This, that. This guy comes out with headphones.
You just playing with headphones on, though? Bro.
The disrespect,
bro.
The disrespect. So,
oh, man.
He did that, bro, and I learned a lot from that day.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. He told me a lot because it wasn't just a 1v1. Like, the platform matters too.
Yep.
And if you're not used to it, you get burnt from it. And that's exactly what it was. I wasn't used to that type of platform against someone who's already experienced of being on that type of platform. So when he came out there with the headphones, it threw me off. All I could think about was trying to get them shits off. And I got them off at first, but he got a bucket with me trying to get them headphones off, and I went viral for that shit.
Now, question, because and this is actually really interesting, when it comes to 1v1, there's different ways of playing it. There's the 3 dribble rule, there's the, whatever, dribbles, or like you make it, you take it, whatever, or you make it, you switch it off. How was that game? Like
3 dribbles.
3 dribbles.
3 dribbles, if not 4.
And that's it. Once you dribble 1, 2, 3, 4, you got to shoot or you lose the ball.
So the score was 12-4.
And you guys played 2s and 1s?
2s and 1s, yeah. 12-4, he got me. And what I learned about him offensively, like he's a juggernaut when you get down hill, you gotta be strong.
Yeah.
And at the time, like I didn't work out like that. I just been hooping.
Yeah.
Now that I'm really, really competing on this level, in platforms, I've been pushing myself to, work out more and get stronger. So that was just the case with him. He was strong when he got to the rack. So it's a lot of times, got him. But now I got myself. I got myself. And I will really, really hope he run it back with me. You feel me? Because it's different now.
Okay.
It's different now.
Okay.
Seriously, it's different now. But I got.
We got to see that. We got to see that matchup, and we'll be there with the camera. So we got to see.
And I got a saying too. Like, it's real if you beat me twice.
Yeah.
We only had 1 game.
There you go. Got to run it back. Run it back. Yeah. Awesome.
For the culture.
Hey. All right, man. Well, yeah, I mean, the matchups, I appreciate you doing it. That was, that's not easy. There was a couple matchups there. I think we only ended up with 1 tie. Then, but no, I wanted to ask you, obviously you've been collaborating throughout your career in street ball and stuff like that with a lot of people, whether it was on camera or not. Now that social media, and especially you're on social media as well too, and everything's got to be on a video for it to be proven that it happened. It's the world that we live in. Is there somebody or some bodies in particular that you have not collaborated with that you want to collaborate with?
I have a lot of content creators that I am a fan of that I would like to collab with. Someone that I want to collab with, I want to collab with Lethal Shooter.
Okay.
I think out of all the content creators, he's the only one. Because I consider myself a real good shooter. And as you can see, that's what his content brings. I love everything else he does aside of that, even with the acting and the crazy shots, challenges he does. You know what's funny about that? He's someone I want to collab with, and his ball boy is someone who I know personally.
Okay.
Andrew. Yeah, it's crazy.
So there might be a connection to, for you guys to do something together, yeah.
But I'm a type of person you
don't want to force it.
Right.
Yeah, you want to have to happen naturally where he wants to also collab too.
Right.
And I think that's important too, guys, because a lot of people try to force his collabs. It's happened, and then you see that there's nasty breakups. Yeah. And you wonder why, because it didn't start off on the right foot.
Right.
It started off either for the money or for it was hot. And then they have these projects that there's a lot of them, these teams that they play, they go out in the street court, and all of a sudden it's like, why they broke up? What happened, So, things can get nasty. I mean, when money is involved and stuff like that, things can get sour real quick. But don't forget love for the game, and then don't forget your image too will get tarnished too.
Yeah.
Which I've noticed. I mean, like right now, I don't know about you, but on my timeline, the guy that's hot right now in street ball basketball is MK. This guy that's playing bully ball, and he's just going all over the world. he can barely play. It's literally the free throw line. He has all these kids everywhere, and he's either dunking on you, and he's literally he'll hit you and be like foul. And a lot of it's like that's not playing basketball. But guess what? He got the eyes connected to you, bro. What he's doing is working. So now he's putting money in his pocket because he's able to pay from the views. We got sponsorships going on. So at the end of the day, you know, me personally, I don't know him. I don't know if it's a gimmick per se. I think he's playing competition that's a little bit lesser than what he is. Because when he has played against true ballers, he's been exposed. And there's videos on that. Like you go online, it says MK highlights and it says MK exposed. So it's like right away, it's like the second thing because people search. So you know you're gonna have these videos on there. But how do you feel about that? Like those, like you know these fads that happen, like they kind of go. It happened with Chris White and Nick. Is it Nick Merckx or
no, Nick Briz?
Nick Briz, yeah, they played together at one point. Then they separated, and then all of a sudden they went on their own thing. And then there was another guy, the D3 college player that he ended up playing. He ended up doing like one-on-ones, and everybody's like, "Who's this guy? He's really good." And he was a D3 college player. I think his name is. I have to pull it. I'll put the name right here, brother. I'm sorry, I'm stuck with names, but I'm definitely gonna put it right here. But you'll be like, "Oh, I know who that guy is." And he's done a lot of collabs with Bam and everything, like NBA players. Like he that's what he does now. Like he'll bring an NBA player that's retired and he'll disguise them, and then he'll play one on like 3-on-3, and then everybody's like, "Who's this guy that's really good?" And it's like, "Oh shit!" He did it with the guy that played for the Lakers. What's his name? He has a nickname, not PJ. I think it's PJ or something. He was a point guard. He's a point guard for the Lakers for not during the Kobe era, but after. Damn, I suck at names. They're like, "Man, Chris, you dropping the
bro,
I'm dropping the ball, bro."
You are not
damn,
the
coach,
one,
put me on
bro.
the bench, bro. We'll take it back over here. Hey, but it's unfiltered. We keep it like that. We're gonna put the name here as well too. So it'll be like, "Chris, you don't remember that?" Like, hell no, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm one of those guys that you tell me, "You know that actor?" Like, "Nah, bro. You know that musician?" "Nah, I know who. I love the song, but I don't know who it is." So that's just how I've been, man. It's too many names. But yeah, in other words, you know, the social media game has kind of evolved to like these gimmicky, like keep doing this. I mean, it kind of even started with like the Newmans. Like he was known as the prodigy kid and dribbling really fast. It's like, wow, this kid's gonna be amazing. LaMelo Ball, same thing. It's like the Ball brothers, they were in high school, then it's like, what's going on? And then from there, boom, 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 they went to the NBA. Give it up to them for them to continue, especially the two brothers. The fact that they were able to continue and still play good, because I ain't gonna lie, I was like, this kid ain't gonna make it. I think he had like 90 points or something when he was like in middle school or high school.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think that's his prime right there. And the kid had a growth spurt. Then.
Yeah, I actually always felt like LaMelo was gonna outdo Alonzo.
Yeah.
I always had a lot of respect for Alonzo because he was more of a IQ point guard, but LaMelo was special. Yeah,
100%.
You can see it showing, you know.
Unfortunately, before all that dumb stuff happened, Jello, I was like, something's gonna happen with him. Yeah. And then when all they needed was for him to mess up once, and unfortunately it was off the court with that whole like Gucci robbery thing where when he was in college, that just tarnished him too bad. And you know, even his brothers tried to give him the opportunity. He was in the G League, and I ain't gonna lie, I don't think he ever got a fair opportunity to play because he was balling in the G League. He will only get like Jello. He will only get a couple minutes, and he will always drill his threes. And I think that's the hardest thing to do is like, all right, you're in there for a couple minutes and you got to shine in 3 minutes. Now it's live or die every shot. And the man was drilling stuff and people online going crazy like, yo, give the man a shot, bro. Give the man a shot. Even a 10-day contract, my dude. Another one that's that right now, Mac McClung, the dunk contest. Yeah. He got signed with the Pacers for a multi-year deal and then dropped again, bro. Poor guy, man. And I think he got dropped recently. Yeah, bro, and he's been going from Philly to Orlando to the Golden State Warriors. I think the Lakers too. He's been jumping around. I'm glad that he was in because he came up with Zion. You know, him and Zion went to school around the same time, and LaMelo too. But Zion was a beast of nature, you know. And then from there, he did what he had to do. But this guy, I'm glad that he was able to shine on the dunk contest, all that. But he can ball.
He can really ball. I've seen some.
But it's just unfortunate. I think the height is what doesn't help him, unfortunately.
Yeah. How tall is he again?
I'm not 100% sure on that, but I know that he's on the shorter end of things. I think he might be even just 6 foot or even 6'1".
Yeah, 6 foot. Yeah, it's hard for 6'1" and 6.
Yeah. It's not easy, and that's where they look at you as they look at you as every body part. You're profit for these people. They look at you and like, all right, this guy's gonna make it. Nah, yes, no. That's why they say like even a bench player in the NBA is really fucking good. Like you're not trash because you're on the bench.
Oh yeah, you're not trash.
Like a lot of
Definitely
people think that,
trash.
bro. Like there's G League players that will destroy us on the basketball court. You know, it's crazy.
It was it was told that like they were saying the person that's at the end of the bench is probably better than what and I'm not saying it's not a fact. I was just saying like, okay, the percentage is high that the person that's on the NBA bench is better than any street ball legend you could think. Like, but it's some ballers that haven't made it that you would think and be like, what if? So it's like you can't really put a pass on them.
Yeah. No, 100%. Now, one thing that I like to always ask all my guests is, what's next for Hezi Plus in this case? Well, what you got? What plans you got that you can reveal to us or anything, or what can we stay tuned for? What you got? Because you also, I forgot, I didn't mention the 911 hoops. What was the creation of that? What was the reason, motivation for that?
Me personally, just from when me starting, I still. A lot of people would say, "Oh, you're famous. I see it on you." I don't feel that. I don't feel that at all. I don't feel like I'm even known enough for real. But I know I got a little name, and it's okay. I'm grateful for that. But the Hoops 911 page is to embrace people who don't even take time to embrace themselves, but other people see them on the court as something special.
Yep.
So I like embracing that because I got a lot of guys from the hood, that comes in play just because life be life. They be stressed out and they just pour it out on the court. But it's beautiful when they do it. Yeah. So me, creating this page was for these hoopers who like to come and play, and play with heart and have fun, but it's nobody to know how special they are. I'm the one that's going to embrace that. I'm going to show how special you are.
That was when I discovered that page, and how I discovered it because I made the page and he didn't know me because we played in the league together and he won separate teams, and all of a sudden I saw I got tagged. I'm like, the heck is this? And it was a highlight, I think it was a fast break or something. I did a layup. I was like, and then I started going, and then once I found out it was you, I was like, wait, this is not about you. I was like, this is dope as hell. This is about others, and the fact that you're pushing that, I was like, that's so cool. I mean, it just showed me how cool you were without having a conversation with you. I was just like, you see, this is dope as hell. I was like, because everybody expects like, it always has to be you. Yeah. So that was pretty cool, and and a lot of people follow the page due to that, and everybody kind of supports. Yeah. So that's pretty dope. And then, just recently we had the pleasure, just randomly, I played with you on your team. You guys were short a guy or something, so they're like, hey, can you play? I was like, sure. I didn't know what team it was. And I was I ain't gonna lie, I thought I was playing against, because we just played against you already. And I was like, damn, man, I'm playing against him again. And then Miguel was like, nah, and shout out to Meso, league. He was like, no, you playing on their team. I was like, oh, this is gonna be interesting. I was like,
that's
okay.
Crazy.
It was cool. Yeah. It was cool, the fact that, I was like, once that shot goes up, I was like, this is a high percentage is going to go in. I was just like, and you had me, me just being in the game, not on the sidelines, there were some situations like, how the hell did he just go 4 against 1 and make that shot? I'm like, what the heck? This is crazy. I was like, okay, all right. I haven't seen that. I've seen it like on TV, on the damn phone and stuff. But I'm just like, to be there in person, I was like, this is next level shit, bro. I was like, you can't even make this shit up, bro. and it kept, like, not just one shot, like a lucky shot. It was like one after another. I was like, bro, this is crazy, bro. I was like, it's not even fair.
I appreciate that. It's crazy you mentioned that because I just posted a little highlight of our game when we played it. And I just realized where you had set the pick. Oh my God. You freed me up so much. Bro. And then somebody bit on the reach where I was able to spin and do the floater. But it was your pick that kind of like started it off though.
No, I was like, because I knew, I was like, all right, I got to get, because we only had 5 players, so we were playing the whole game. So I was like, all right, I got to do whatever. And they were double teaming you. Actually, triple teaming you.
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right, let me at least try to take one of these guys off. So I was like, because at least I take up space, and then I was like, eventually you'll figure it out and then take it from there. But yeah, no, it was pretty dope. That was pretty dope.
You got game too. So I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know what to expect from you, but that hook shot, and then you just had everybody looking lost. You're like, what's going on
here? They get confused. Yeah, they're like. Was that luck? Or I'm like, I've been doing that for a long time, and that's like I would say that's my signature thing.
Yeah,
and it's true. There's a lot. I probably will have maybe a consistent 10-point game every game if I was to slow things down sometimes. But that's my secret thing, that when I get the ball, I will be so fast that you're like, wait, how the hell?
Yeah.
But then when I miss it, I'm like, yeah, if I would have took my time, because I'm a heavier guy, so I can body you or whatever. But I'm just like, I got that speed too. And that's because of New York. I used to play against tall guys, and New York's a little rough and stuff. So I've always been, and then even to me, I mean, I've always feel privileged to play in the indoor court, because like playing in New York with no net, bro. We just have just a hoop.
Yeah.
I used to, I don't know about you, but I used to play in a basket crate. We used to make a little basketball.
I remember those days too.
Yeah. I'm like playing with little basketball and play there. I'm like, my parents, we didn't have money to grow up like that. Nothing like that. Okay. Actually, a little true story about basketball for me. When we found out we were moving to Florida, before we found out we moved to Florida, New York is very rare to live in a home. It's not like Florida. Like if you live in a home, you either got your family bought that a long time ago, or you well off, because you're gonna live in an apartment or the projects. We lived in the projects, so we don't have a backyard. So the basketball courts are the street courts, at the parks. And now they're a lot nicer than what they were before. So I remember one time we were at Toys R Us, and they had a basketball court, a glass basketball court, one of the ones he put in the driveway, on sale. And my dad's like, let's buy it. And I'm like, I was excited. I was a little kid. I was like, yeah. Bro, that basketball hoop became my nightstand, where I would put stuff for like 5 years. Because our goal was like, we were going to buy a place where we can build it. Well, it ended up being Florida. That damn basketball hoop made it to Florida. I was so excited. I think I was like 13, 14 years old. I built it here. I put the sand and everything. I was like, wow, I've had this shit for 5, 6 years. Like as my nightstand, I didn't even have a phone. I'll put my knick-knack stuff on top of it. But that was like what I looked at. That was my love. I was known as a football player after, but I never played football. You don't play football in New York. New York, football is not as big as it is maybe now, but it's always basketball. Handball was my shit. I used to love handball, and because it was so easy to play. Football, you had to know people or be part of that group. I wasn't part of it.
Yeah,
that's why.
And that's funny, because I actually played football in the street a couple times. And,
correct, but to me, I was like, you get hit into the car.
Yeah,
the block. I'm like, I never saw that as attractive.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't think so. And I was always a bigger guy, so I'm not a receiver, bro, because those 7-on-7s is fun if you're going to catch the ball, But then once I found out, like, you got lineman positions, and that's how I was introduced to football here when I first came here. I think I said it on a previous podcast. I was like, I don't know nobody here. And in movies, you see that the jocks in high school know everybody. I was like, well, if I get into football, I would know everybody. And it's funny, that's the reason why I went to fucking football. I was like, I'm gonna make friends. And I didn't even play Madden, bro. I had no idea. I was like, what do I do, coach? He's like, just go get just block for this guy. I'm like, how do I block, bro? I'm like, he's like, do this and do that. JV, I had no idea. The first year for me was a learning experience.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden I was like, yo, I kind of like this. I think I can. And I'm always a guy that if I'm going to do something, I'm going to go 100%. So I had to research. There was no ChatGPT. There wasn't even YouTube like that. So I had to learn from watching others play. And I'm like, okay, let me watch some NFL games, college games. And I was like, okay, that's what that guy does, good and bad. And then I picked it up from there to the point where then sophomore, junior year, I outshine. I was like, all right, now you can start. Yeah. I was like, this is dope. And I can play college. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, this is dope. I was like, hell yeah. So... But yeah, I mean, everybody got a story, man. But man, I mean, I appreciate you being on the podcast. I mean, just recently we met too, man. I mean, I've seen you online, and I was just like, this guy got stories, bro. I was like, I got to talk to him, man. I was like, I got to bring a street baller here. And there's a lot of you guys out there too, so don't be like, damn, Chris, why didn't you call me? Hit my lineup, bro. Hit my lineup. But no, there's a lot of you guys, we're not just doing one segment for street ball. It's going to be street ball's too big to just define to one person. But, anything, I wish you the best in all your projects, stuff like that. even maybe possibly bring you back with some other guests around you, stuff like that. We can have another basketball segment, take it from there, brother.
I definitely could do that.
So yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for being on the podcast.
I appreciate being
Just like
here.
you guys see on there, off court with the hoop legend from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So, shout out, follow his pages. We'll definitely be tagging his multiple pages because this man got too many pages, bro. I can't. This is worse than following an OnlyFans girl, bro. He got links for days, bro.
Look, the simple link to all them platforms is Hezi Plus 237.
There we go.
Twitter, Snapchat, Threads, Facebook. Yeah.
There we go.
YouTube, lock me in.
There we go.
Lock me in.
Perfect. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this episode.
Oh,
Peace.
TikTok as well. My fault.
TikTok. Can't forget.
TikTok.
Can't forget it. All right, guys. Peace. Perfect.
That was fun.